spring has sprung. All right. Best wishes to the hot spring. Well? Let's go. Lovely. Yes. Best wishes. How's the water? No peeking. Of course. Beautiful. Yes.
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla Emblem clear video for Fire Emblem Heroes. Today, taking on General Petrine, Icy Flame Lancer in her very own Grand Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. So out of Path of Radiance and into Fire Emblem Heroes, we have General Petrine here, and she does come with her own exclusive weapon. So let's take a closer look at her here. Some very nice art as well. So we've got General Petrine, she's got her Flame Lance, which has Beast Effectiveness, so it is going to be a Beast Killer weapon, and it's going to be exclusive to her. It's going to grant her Speed +3, and at the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 50%, calculates damage using foe's res. So it's very interesting. It's going to be sort of a magic dealing lance. It's going to basically target the opponent's res stat. And then at the same time, it'll inflict speed and res -5 on foe during combat. Of course, the -5 against the foe will increase her overall damage. It is an in-combat debuff, which is very nice. It's very difficult to do away with those types or negate those types of debuffs. And then again, the -5 speed on the opposing side will just allow her to double much easier. And of course, to take advantage of that, she does have a pretty good HP stat, a pretty sizable HP pool, so that it's easier for her to stay above or at that 50%. She also comes with Ignis, of course. She also comes with, which, you know, is decent with her defense stat. She comes with attack speed push 3. We've seen a lot more of these push 3 skills inheritable or like on other characters that Intelligent Systems has given away. The push skills are okay at the level 3. At the level 4 is where they become exceptional. So I mean, this is a pretty good stepping stone for attack speed push 4, but you know, otherwise nothing crazy. Lull speed res 3, however, is excellent. The lull skills are great, and having access to lull speed res 3 from a free welfare type unit is really just, it's very strong potentially and has a lot of uses. Threaten Attack Defense 2 is solid as well. The dual threaten skills, again, they're a little bit more limited in usefulness, but they're on the rarer side. You don't see them too often and available. So she has some nice stuff to take advantage of and be able to inherit, and it seems like she's going to be able to put in some work as well. She is, of course, a Lancer Cavalry unit. The map itself is relatively open. It's not terribly difficult, not a lot of particularly formidable enemies on the opposing side. It's going to be very easy to one-turn sweep, to Gale Force sweep, to AoE Dancer sweep, you know, all of the tried and trues. But at the same time, let's go ahead and just take a look at the map layout as well as the enemy forces themselves. So we just took a look at Petrine. Let's take a look at this Sword Dragon up here. So they've got Brave Sword, Iot Shield, Reciprocal Aid, and Vengeance. They also have this Axe Breaker and Drive Attack 2. So naturally that is going to, she's going to act as an Axe Killer more or less. I mean, that's her role. Brave Sword, in addition to Axe Breaker, ensures a quad. Iot Shield is going to negate flyer effective damage against her. And then the drive attack 2 is going to be helpful because she's going to move forward at the same time that Petrine does, and she's going to give Petrine those buffs as they both kind of synchronize and shift forward to attack and engage. We have this cleric back here, but the cleric has Fear Plus, has Physic Plus, Heavenly Light, as well as Attack Plus 3, Sudden Panic 3, and Hone Attack 3. So Sudden Panic 3 would be a threat if the cleric had a little bit more HP. 46 HP is decent, but we certainly have lots and lots of units that go past that threshold. Sudden Panic is oftentimes more deadly on a Abyssal level map, where essentially they have Abyssal level stats, and it's harder to go over their or beat their HP stat. And this cleric also lacks both a dazzling and a wrathful effect, so not only is she going to be doing pitiful damage, you're going to be able to counterattack her. You have the green mage down here, Gromblade Plus, Moonbow, as well as Brazen Attack Speed. You got Mystic Boost here as well, and then Speed Defense Oath 3. So the green mage is going to, since they are adjacent to an ally, they are going to be able to self-boost their Blade Tome. And Blade Tomes are always deadly, so their green mage is going to do some decent damage out there. Have a blue Manakee down here with Water Breath Plus, as well as Draconic Aura. You got Distant Defense 3, got Chill Res 3, as well as Pulse Smoke 3. The Chill Res is an interesting choice because Petrine actually takes advantage of that since her weapon targets the res stats, so it's a nice little touch there. And then you got the Sword Cavalier down here with Armor Smasher, Glimmer, Fury 3, got Poison Strike, as well as Distant Guard 3. So interesting hodgepodge, but some sort of an armor killer or some sort of a armor effective weapon on the enemy team. So as I said, the map itself, not difficult at all. There are so many different ways you can engage Petrine's forces here, and we'll just go over a couple of them here. I will note that the enemy does not move forward or approach you until you bait them out or attack them, so that is, worth noting. You do want to find an entry point. One such entry point is up here. You can attack the Sword Dragon after taking out this little debris. That's a relatively safe point because then you can reposition to retreat. There is enough room to essentially take a pot shot and then double reposition back if you have the correct formation for your team itself. I will just note that if you are going to be using an exclusively baiting strategy, it's best to have somebody that can tank both Petrine and the Green Mage. Like I noted before, the Green Mage is going to have a Blade Tome with Blade Tome boost, so they're going to do considerable damage. And of course, Petrine has the Lull skill and a lot of speed boost to be able to double. And then you got the Chill Res, so if you're using a tank to throw out here, they might get hit with the Chill Res if they're probably the most tanky unit on your team that you're putting out to enemy phase. So they'll take considerable damage from both the Green Mage and Petrine. But that's basically it. And again, the map itself is geared towards newer to intermediate players. So let's get started and take a look at the Camillas themselves. Didn't make any changes to their layouts. We've their default kits going into a new challenge. We've got Vanilla Camilla here merged at plus 10 with a speed asset. Has her Camilla's Axe with Special Refine, Reposition, Draconic Aura, Distant Counter for the A slot, Renewal 3 for the B slot, Hone Flyers for the C slot, and Chill Attack 3 for the seal. Next up we have Spring Princess Camilla merged at plus 10 with a speed asset and 5 Dragon Flowers, Summoner Support, Gron Raven, Triangle Adept build, Reposition Draconic Aura, Vantage for the B slot, Goat Flyers for the C slot, and Distant Defense 3 for the seal. We've got Holiday Traveler Camilla, New Year's Camilla merged at plus 10 with a speed asset, Slaying Edge Plus, Attack Refine, Reposition, Gale Force, Death Blow 3, Desperation 3, Goat Flyers, and Heavy Blade 3 for the seal. And finally, we've got Steamy Secrets Camilla, Hot Springs Camilla merged at plus 10, completely neutral for the time being. Ouch Pouch Plus with Attack Refine, Reposition, Luna, Death Blow for the A slot, or Death Blow 3 I should say, Flyer Formation 3 for the B slot, Goat Flyers for the C slot, and Quick Impulse for the seal, so that she has a turn 1 Luna at the ready, and the Death Blow to make sure she does as much damage as we can. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and poke the blue Manakee here, because we can do that and then reposition to safety without taking any damage at all. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to situate ourselves up here so that we can take a pot shot on the next turn, and we're just going to shift around so that we can engage on turn 2. Now, as I had mentioned, the Sudden Panic is on the Cleric, but the Cleric's HP really isn't all that hot. So we've got, Spring Camilla here is adjacent to an ally, but she's not getting hit with that Panic because her HP is too high to get debuffed that way. So as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and take out the blue Manakee by player phasing and doubling with Spring Camilla here. Easy peasy, not a problem at all. And now we're just going to basically triple reposition back into safety out of the danger zone. So we'll reposition here. We will reposition here and reposition here. Now we are safely away as the enemy advances, and they are going to advance in such a way that perfectly positions themselves for a clear this turn. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We'll use New Year's Camilla to engage on the Sword Cavalier. She will naturally player phase and activate Gale Force in the process there with her Heavy Blade. Excellent. Now at this point we're going to use Hot Springs Camilla to engage the Sword Dragon, and she'll proc that Luna and also be able to take out the Sword Dragon perfectly there. Exactly what we're looking for. And now we're going to use Vanilla Camilla to engage on the Green Mage and just double and take them out. And now we'll use Spring Camilla to move up here, and with her buffs we'll be able to one-shot Petrine as well. So there we go. And New Year's Camilla, of course, activated Gale Force, so she can now attack again, and she's going to attack the Cleric and take her out on this turn also. So, there we go. That's it. That's how we took out Petrine on her own Ground Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. Let me know what teams you ended up using to clear this Infernal level challenge. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really, really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. And until next time, let's protect those skies.